Yo, bro. The game is loading. I guess the time it takes to load is due to the number of saves. Probably we should do the same thing as we did in the first game. This is taking ridiculously long. Alright. Fine then. Talk to Zoltan about this cartel. You know what? We should actually do some other control. No. Can't switch. Okay. Next time then. I know where you can do this, but it's outside the game. I wanted to change the key binding for that. I require experience points. Come on, monsters. Where the hell are you when I need you so much? Oh, finally. Next, please. No? This is a classic story of we're having a battle music but don't know against which enemy we're fighting. Maybe it's here?
How many more can there be?
Oh wow, range mutagen. Androga venom, teeth, slime embryo, range mutagen, what is it? More or less useless. Hello.
Say something.
Hello.
Or did you just fart?
Carry on. Soldiers. Hey man.
Welcome to my modest shop.
Let's look at
What do
your
you deal in?
modest.
All kinds of incense mainly. For meditation, rejuvenation, cooking, making medicine, rituals, whatever you require.
Let's look at your modest goods. Maribor Force. Burga. Increases all resistances by reducing chance of causing critical effects. Whirl. Increases damage dealt. Well, too little. Need Hangman's Venom against humans.
I expected that.
Who? Where? Nice, that drunkard.
Welcome.
Welcome.
The gods have no love for your kind.
Mind if I have a look at your books?
Take your time. No hurry.
Okay. You don't have any recipes. Harpies, Daughters of the Gale. You got a refreshment. Alright, let's read it. Thank you very much. I find this book very useful. There are many species of harpy, and all are kleptomaniacs, though some steal dreams instead of trinkets. They especially like dreams laden with strong emotions, such as nightmares that recur every night. The victims lose their dreams, which can actually be a blessing where nightmares are concerned, and the harpies encase them in crystals, creating items that strongly radiate magic. Mages desire the dreams these creatures steal. They are even known to breed harpies on perches with a view towards filching their booty at daybreak. Yet it is rare for a dream or nightmare to be powerful enough or to come from a powerful enough creature to satisfy the desires of a mage. He who destroys a harpy's nest perched atop a rocky ledge must set a special, glistening explosive trap. When the harpy snatches its loot, the charge is detonated, and anything that survived the explosion is dealt with by gravity, the eternal foe of all avian creatures. Grape shot. A highly democratic explosion that wounds everyone within range, whether human or monster. Grape shot is effective against nearly all creatures except perhaps the most powerful. Flares can be very convenient if the Witcher is out of the cat potion or is accompanied by comrades who do not share his ability to see in the dark. Detonate the flare bomb, and the alchemical reaction will illuminate the surrounding area for a short time. The explosion of the Ricanian sun is so abrupt and bright that it instantly, though temporarily, blinds anyone who glances at it. Those thus blinded become easy prey for the Witcher. The bomb is ineffective against monsters that cannot be blinded. Mongoose provides protection against the Karen highly venomous mucus. This potion should be consumed before fighting a Karen. Yeah, before. Not while. Despite my long friendship with Geralt, I know little more about this peculiar brotherhood or guild that learned tomes provide. On top of that, I am obliged to discretion, so I shall write nothing more than necessary on the subject. Once as numerous as the beasts they fought, today the Witchers are seen as a relic of times long gone. The exact character of their training remains a mystery. It is known it consists, amongst others, of trials, processes, that transform the organism using a specific combination of secret herbs and infusions. Those who survive them gain superhuman reflexes, speed of reaction, the ability to see in the dark, and many other traits, making them lethal foes. During their training, they learn swordplay and basics of magic, known as signs. Armed in this set of abilities, the Witchers can effectively fulfill their objective, that is to protect humans from the monsters inhabiting our world. Okay, we already read that. Uzima Rebellion. This we read as well. Uzima. Island where important trade routes converge, Temeria's capital sits picturesquely on the shore of Lake Uzima, in the valley of the Ismena River, a tributary of the Pontar. The city is divided into 4 teeming quarters, which are home to thousands and host travelers from all corners of the world. The royal palace and court are both found here, and the city boasts many markets, temples, forges, shops, banks, workshops, inns, and brothels. Since our story does not concern Uzima directly, I will end my description here and urge those interested to consult other sources. Francesca Findabair. Though she does not appear in our story, the elf Francesca Findabair, known also as Enid, Angliana, or the Days of the Valley, certainly deserves mention. After the coup of Thanet Island, during which she sided with the mages who had allied themselves with Nilgard, Francesca became the queen of Dol Blatana, the state of the free elves created somewhat whimsically by Emperor Emir, and it is widely considered the most beautiful woman in the world. This pure-blood inside, with dark gold hair and penetrating azure eyes, is also a powerful sorceress, possessing a tremendous command of the famed elven magic. Harpy. Well, what can I say? Some are repulsed by rot fiends, others cannot stand to hear of bull wars, but I find harpies foul-tempered beasts with a penchant for thieving worst of all. Fortunately, the creatures prefer wild, mountainous areas dense with rocky ledges upon which they can build their nests. However, they invariably establish themselves near human settlements for the simple reason that they would be hard-pressed to find anything worth stealing among animals. Malena. Life was not easy for the non-humans of Flotsam, and Malena was no exception. The elven woman was suspected of leading soldiers into Squirtle ambushes, a charge that could easily send her to the scaffold. The elven woman had indeed been luring soldiers into a trap. Her fate was now in Geralt's hands. Malena was arrested and charged with being an accessory to murder. She suffered the consequences of her deeds. Sandler. In Lobendon, tanning and leather working was the trade of Sandler, a skillful and reliable artisan. He ran a small stall with goods of his own making, but also accepted commissions for specific products. In these hard times, he made ends meet by working hard with his own hands. The Troll of Flotsam. Like most of his kind, the troll living near Flotsam had built a stone bridge and demanded a toll from those crossing it. The folk of Lobendon quickly realized it was a preferable alternative to keeping the structure in good order themselves, so the troll's presence was not a problem for anyone. But believe it or not, the troll took to drinking like the most degenerate hobo, thus proving that alcoholism is not unique to the more developed races. A personal tragedy was behind the troll's drunkenness, the death of his wife. She has been killed by unknown assailants. Once the death of his beloved had been avenged, the troll pulled himself together, promising to rebuild the bridge and quit drinking. Dimitri. Comparing Dimitri to a Zanglibari hyena would be an insult to the poor animal. Unlike the beast, this scoundrel fed not only on carrion, but also on human and non-human misfortune. It was thus that he gathered his blood money. Even mentioning Dmitri in this story elevates him far more than he deserves. Thus let us merely know that the Witcher took his life and say nothing more of the son of a bitch. Louis Mercer was a typical example of widespread bureaucratic nepotism. It was rumored that he had outright fled with Zima after bringing some unsavory troubles down upon his head. His cousin Lorido then granted him a comfortable posting in Flotsam, and Mercer saw Geese as his second chance. I believe this. Geese. Rupert. Geralt was first encountered Rupert near the ruins of the asylum in the forest beyond Flotsam. The Edirnean medic claimed he had come to the area with his friend Gridley in search of rare herbs. However, it appeared they had underestimated the dangers lurking in both the forest and the ruins. Something was missing from his story, however. Rupert had been a medic in the field hospital during the war. He and his friends had committed a crime back then. Years later, the wrath of the Nilfgaardian soldier they had tortured to death summoned them to the scene of the crime so to have its revenge. Even though Rupert was a complete criminal, Geralt did not give him to the wrath. He was content to drive both villains away. Arnold. Supposedly involved in the commercial dealings with Bernardo Lorido, this man was a frequent guest at the commander's abode. Gridley. Rupert's friend was in dire state, lost amidst somber ruins in the wilderness forsaken by gods and humans alike. Geralt found him easily and learned more about him, including what had led him to take such risks. Gridley had been stationed in the area during the war. His unit had tortured a Nilfgaardian soldier to death, all in the name of finding a treasure. Years later, the murdered man's wrath used its power to force Gridley and Rupert to return to the site of their crime. Geralt did not hand Gridley over to the damned soul, yet he drove him and his friend away, ordering the villains to leave the area immediately. Kieran had served in Yorveth's unit as the Elven commander's adjutant. Captured and imprisoned on the prison barge by Lorido's men, his position was enviable to say at the least. Yet he still demonstrated the pride and stubbornness so characteristic of the Ain side. The sorcerer's greatest desire was to be the one and only woman in Geralt's life, and to forget about all the troubles and dangers they had recently experienced. Geralt agreed to her proposal, but before they could act, fate showed them how hard it can be to carry out such romantic plans. Kingslayer. The mysterious individual now had a name. It appeared that this Letho, whoever he might be, was playing his own game, one in which the Scoia'tael had become an impediment, yet his ultimate objective remained a mystery to Geralt. Lorido yearned for some spectacular success in his fight against the Scoia'tael. Though his prison barge was overcrowded already, capturing Yorveth remained his deepest desire. One has to admit that Shield's help proved to be useful. The sorcerer did not fear the monster and bravely fought, aiding the Witcher with her powers. The stone bridge on the road to Aedirn had certainly seen better times. The local troll had been renovating and maintaining it, but this unusual toll collector had succumbed to alcoholism, leaving the bridge to fall into ruin. Prison barge. The barge moored in Flotsam Harbour was used as a floating prison for for captured Scoia'tael and those accused of collaborating with the guerrillas. In unusually cramped and squalid conditions, the prisoners awaited transport to their final place of imprisonment, and then interrogation and the inevitable news. Ruined elven baths. The inhabitants of Flotsam and its surroundings describe the nearby elven ruins in less than flattering terms. They mostly limited themselves to a heap of stones, milord, don't be going there alone, or an echo catchy, and other similar phrases. I learned more when I bought Cedric a drink, where bindweed and briar entwined, splintered marble, buildings of captivating beauty what had once stood. Today only the ruins with the baths and elven statues remain, testify to the past splendor of the place. Karen's lair. The monster's lair was located near a small shoal by the ancient ruins of an elven bridge. Wrecked riverboats, heaps of algae, and the stench of rotting flesh unmistakably identified the spot to which the Karen had taken a liking. That, at least, is how it was described to me, for I was in no hurry to risk an expedition through the forest only to tease the cranky old man in his den. When the wind blew from the ruined bridge, one could smell for oneself that there was a little exaggeration to the tales of the Karen's aromatic presence. It stank so bad my eyes watered. Okay. Now we need to store all unnecessary goods and continue our journey. Hey doggy. Alright, nobody's dead. That's good.
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Well, that bomb is not very useful actually, so I'll store it. Wrath trophy, damage 6. God damn it. Karen trophy, armor plus 3, vitality plus 50. I guess that's better. Letook. Yeah. I guess that defense is, I don't know, for Geralt is better than the offense. At least we won't be one-shotted. Alright.
Left hook!
He said that in such a manner as if he was beaten himself.
Wanna dance, white tail?
Right, so let's cook
Stay
something.
away from me.
Fuck off. Simply put. I'm sorry.
Say something, or did you just fart?
Hey guys.
Any news?
Triss has sniffed something out. Apparently, there are prisoners on the barge in the port. Squirrels, no less.
I spoke to the Commandant. The future hardly looks bright for the non-humans in Flotsam.
That fucker's only waiting for an excuse. One small provocation by Yorvith and he'll attack us.
How do you know?
Heard it by chance. Saw him walking through the port one night, talking to himself, the batty bastard. He mentioned a new order and a world for humans only. He laughed and shouted curses at the prison barge. The scum is up to something. Yorvith must sense it. He's doing everything not to provoke Laredo, but his Scoia'tael might have a different opinion and less restraint.
Zoltan, I need to ask you a favor.
Shoot.
I heard you know the local Scoia'tael.
You heard? Meaning some goat's arse in a helmet hollowed it out in the market square.
I need some way to get to this Yorvith.
You know, I don't want you thinking I'm all chummy with the Scoia'tael. And Yorvith detests me. Why would you want to see him anyway?
He knows where the Kingslayer is.
Yorvith? And here I always thought him a common thug. All right. No reason to sit on our arses. Come on. You can tell me everything on the way.
Yeah, Zoltan.
Lead on, Zoltan.
Tell me, who said I have contacts with the Scoia'tael?
Laredo.
What a prick.
That's why he wanted to hang you? For making deals with the squirrels?
What? I met a few, yes, but made no fucking deals.
What about their leader?
They say Yorvith's mad, but the Scoia'tael are at his beck and call. Sod knows what he wants.
Hope you'll tell me what it is.
Tell you what, of two evils, Laredo's the bigger prick.
Because he almost hanged you?
Because he stirs up the locals against non-humans. And there's word he's colluding with Kedwin.
What's his angle?
Greed! King Hensel would gladly annex more land and grant Laredo privileges. Come on, we've got a long way to go.
Sure. I just don't want to miss some of these dialogues. I'm following you, come on! I just hope that Geralt is not followed by this fucking Laredo, so that this meeting would become something bloody and stupid. Ooh. What the fuck? Ah. Such an echo. Damn, he's small. So?
We need to go deeper into the forest. I hope they didn't change the password.
You know their password? What are you playing at, Zoltan?
All right. The Scoia'tael asked me to command a unit.
No wonder Laredo wanted you hanged.
The mayor. This is it. I was due to meet them here.
I know. They're aiming arrows at us.
What? Geralt, I know full well you're always vigilant, but quit poking fun at me.
Give them the password.
What them?
Hurry up, they're edgy.
Kierkegaard!
Stop bawling. What do you want?
Countersign.
Heidegger. I asked you a question.
Take us to Yorvith.
Why?
If we wanted to speak with you, we wouldn't ask for your leader.
Yorvith won't talk with you.
You don't know that.
Leave while you're still able.
The two of you won't scare us off.
There are 4 more in that tree.
How do you know?
I can hear them breathing. One's sick or on Fistek.
How?
He's wheezing.
What? You elfin cock's gone soft?
We just want to talk to Yorvith.
Wait at the clearing. The dwarf knows where. We'll let Yorvith know.
Make sure you do. Come on, Geralt. I know what those elven pricks have planned. Been there once.
Why is he so funny when he's running? Although he's a great pal. Hey. This bridge is not for crossing by 2.
We're here. That creature prowls down there.
Right where we're supposed to meet Yorvith.
Exactly. Any ideas?
I last fought an Ericus some time ago.
I never had the swiving pleasure. Not that I mind.
Wait here.
What are you... think me a limp prick?
Zoltan was a very helpful dwarf, a fact to which anyone he has helped to empty a cask of beer can attest. Geralt didn't have to repeat himself, and before you could say searching for squirrels in the forest smells of suicide, Zoltan and the Witcher marched to the Squirtle meeting place. Geralt indeed found Squirtle in the place indicated by Zoltan, told where to find Yorvith, and was warned about the beast prowling in the area. Of the two evils, Zoltan preferred to face the monster. He was certain the squirrels were preparing an ambush. The forest monster was an Ericus, a creature so violent and dangerous that its description could cause ladies and the more sensitive young men to faint. Well, to a Witcher, no creature is vile. It is either, say, easy to kill or hard to kill. Unfortunately, the Ericus was one of the latter, a fact the Witcher learned the hard way. Well, we can drink potions. Thank you for the warning. Yeah, good thing we shouldn't collect the vials.
This is the place the elves mentioned.
That thing approaching us is no elf.
I'll leave it to you, Geralt. Monsters are not my speciality.
Come on, Zoltan, get out of the way. Zoltan, I don't want to use you, so you can ultimately defeat it. Zoltan, stop this buggy. Shit. Zoltan the decoy, bro. Yeah. Hey, I wanted to collect the loot.
A lovely show, Gwynblade. But tell me, was it worth it? An uneven fight and certain death await you anyway.
I could ask you the same thing.
What do you want, Vatgun? Speak quickly before I kill you both.
Letho betrayed you. He wanted to make a deal with your comrade, Kieran.
Kieran ep Esnilin is dead. 2 weeks ago, his warriors were ambushed and killed. You should invent better lies, Gwynblade.
He's on the barge, wounded but alive. He turned Letho down, and his unit paid the ultimate price.
If you speak the truth, Letho will die. But words alone are not enough.
What's your angle, Yorvith?
You wouldn't understand.
Hiding in woods, killing berry pickers, eating roots.
We live by our own rules, doing what's necessary to attain our goal.
What is your goal?
What's it to you, Geralt? Esseth Vatgun. You tell me to stuff it up my arse.
Not everything deserves that fate. My life now depends on your whim, so I'm curious.
Then listen well. The 2 dead kings were whoresons who damned their own children to stay in power. But in the East, there's someone truly deserving of a crown.
So the hired assassin turned out to be a traitor.
It's his word against yours.
For now. Why do you trust him? Because he's a Dwan who agreed to do shady work for you?
He did what had to be done. He proved nobody's untouchable.
You attack and murder the people of Flotsam, forgetting that elves and dwarves live among them.
That's no life. They've been stripped of self-respect, forced to live and die by human laws. They're more Dwan than you, Geralt.
You still trust this assassin?
You may be lying.
If I'm lying, so did Kieran.
We'll investigate it for his sake. We shall see how Letho reacts to your sensational news.
Where is he?
The ruins of Kelmawed. For some reason, he likes the place. My unit will cover us. Ready?
Why did you want Foltest dead?
He might have appeared charming, but in reality he allowed the elder races in Temeria to be oppressed. He was like old Dwan, but his death has more significance.
Let's meet there. I have something to take care of first.
Vafael, Gwynblade. Just don't try any tricks.
Came here together, we're leaving together.
No, Zoltan. Your presence might raise suspicions.
As you wish. Just don't get slaughtered. It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much.
Where's my loot? Where the fuck is my loot? Erica's armor, Erica's size. Crafting an alchemy ingredient. This too. Sword of Kaer Morhen. 1524. Bleeding +7, chance of instant kill +1. Freaking jackals want to loot, yeah. No, all elves must die. Well, during our conversation,
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much.
we agreed that some half-elves don't deserve to die. Although that, by killing Foltest, I don't know, this was his only opportunity to reach any conclusion, I mean normal conclusion, and peace with Duan as he wanted. Well, he doesn't want peace, I guess. So he should die, maybe. Hey, how do I get back? Maybe you should have agreed with him to go with him, as I don't know which way to go. Okay. We'll meet Letho in the Elven Ruins. There again, okay. Circle alive. Maybe we should wait until our potions will stop affecting and cook some more and use some more. It's a large bridge. And it's among trees, which is nice. Well, at least we shouldn't. We must not look for alcohol to brew this stuff. Okay, let's read it after.
We need a ruse. Tell Letho you've captured me and want to hand me over to him.
And you?
I'll be unarmed, hands bound. If you're not lying, his reaction will confirm it. I don't trust you, of course. My warriors will cover us if you try anything stupid.
I get it.
I don't think so. Do anything stupid and they'll tie you down on an anthill, face coated with honey. You'll scream so loud even the storm riders will hear you.
Are you always so grandiose? We could just tell Letho to own up.
I'd fail Menhiria Tenvera.
Conquer with courage rather than strength.
Exactly. Let's go. Make sure you don't betray our ruse.
Hey, I want to save the game, come on!
My warriors observe us. One wrong move and you're a dead one.
Geralt of Rivia. What's the meaning of this?
I'm here to negotiate.
Yorveth, the woodland fox caught at last. I underestimated you.
Who are you?
You really don't remember?
I'm sick of that question.
So it's true. And here I feared that you would ruin it all. I am Letho of Gullet. I'm a Kingslayer.
Joke's over. Unbind me.
Tell me who you're working for, and the elf is yours.
We work for ourselves.
We?
The Kingslayers.
Demavend, Foltest? Who else? Who the hell are you?
We've met, Geralt. Do you remember?
No.
I'll never forget it. You saved my life. White Wolf. We fought side by side. Now we'll cross blades. This wouldn't be necessary if I'd killed Yorveth first.
Surret and orcs will drown in their own blood.
Oh, I don't think so. My men will finish their task long before the Scoia'tael in the Pontar Valley realize you're dead.
Surret and Ox. Who are they?
Kingslayers the Scoia'tael are assisting in the Pontar Valley, in Upper Edirn.
I wondered what a human was doing among the Scoia'tael.
My enemy's enemy is my friend. Know the saying? The Scoia'tael are my brothers in vengeance.
Should we kill him? Let's try that, actually.
This doesn't need to end in blood. Tell me everything.
Enough of this farce! Vedrai Enlay!
What game are you playing?
One that you just lost.
Yeah.
Give me my sword.
Die!
I have to kill you. Try it, but I'm no king. Such a pity we're on opposite sides. I see you still know how to fight. Why do you hound me?
They think I killed Foltest. It's your own fault for playing soldier boy. I'm a witcher no more.
Ha!
Should have surrendered when you could. You fight well, but you were powerless. The muscles remember that. One thing the Wild Hunt couldn't take.
A witcher and a few elves are enough to kill a king?
You've no idea how many people were eager to help us.
You really think they will all keep quiet?
Yorveth's time is running out. The others will be judged and condemned for sowing chaos.
So, why?
You were one of us, Geralt. You saved us. Now we're even. Your witch is good with magic. Think she'll be able to teleport me to Edirn? If she behaves, I won't harm her.
I'll find you.
See you in Aedirn, then.
Where's Roach?
We killed a few of his men. The rest ran. Is Letho dead?
On his way to Flotsam.
How do you know?
He wants to find Triss.
Kill him. Before he contacts the others.
You shouldn't have trusted a Dwan. Let's go.
We can't go there, Geralt. The garrison.
Of course.
Why did you give him a sword anyway? Well, I can give him not. I just don't know the deal, but let's not give him anything. Why should we honor terrorists anyway? Oh, this is the wrong save. I thought I gave him a sword because I thought that we were attacked by
Tell Letho you
Lorito.
captured me and want to hand me over to him.
And
I'll be honest. I don't.
are you conquer with?
Be careful. Letho is incredibly quick.
Geralt of Rivia. What's the meaning of this?
I'm here to negotiate.
Yorveth, the woodland fox, caught at last. I underestimated you.
Who are you?
You really don't remember?
I'm sick of that question.
So it's true. And here I feared that you would ruin it all. I am Letho of Gullet. I'm a Kingslayer.
Joke's over. Unbind me.
Tell me who you're working for, and the elf is yours.
We work for ourselves.
We?
The Kingslayers.
Demavend? Foltest? Who else? Who the hell are you?
We've met, Geralt. Do you remember?
No.
I'll never forget it. You saved my life. White Wolf. We fought side by side. Now we'll cross blades. This wouldn't be necessary if I'd killed Yorveth first.
Surret and orcs will drown in their own blood.
Oh, I don't think so. My men will finish their task long before the Scoia'tael in the Pontar Valley realize you're dead.
Surret and Ox. Who are they?
Kingslayers the Scoia'tael are assisting in the Pontar Valley, in Upper Aedirn.
I wondered what a human was doing among the Scoia'tael.
My enemy's enemy is my friend. Know the saying? The Scoia'tael are my brothers in vengeance.
This doesn't need to end in blood. Tell me everything.
Enough of this farce! Vedrai Enlay!
What game are you playing?
One that you just lost.
Give me my sword.
Get the Kingslayer!
I have to kill you. Try it, but I'm no king. Such a pity we're on opposite sides. I see you still know how to fight.
They think I killed Fulton. Why would a witcher kill kings? I'm a witcher no more. So you're a hired trump. Congratulations.
Hey, what the fuck? Alright, this is not funny.
You fight well, but you were better once. The muscles remember. One thing the Wild Hunt couldn't take from you.
A witcher and a few elves are enough to kill a king?
You've no idea how many people were eager to help us.
You really think they will all keep quiet?
Yorveth's time is running out. The others will be judged and condemned for sowing chaos.
So, why?
You were one of us, Geralt. You saved us. Now we're even. Your witch is good with magic. Think she'll be able to teleport me to Aedirn. If she behaves, I won't harm her.
I'll find you.
See you in Aedirn, then.
I was winning this
What
fight.
happened? Where is he? Where's the Kingslayer?
Fled. Yorveth?
Captured. My men have taken him to Flotsam. The Kingslayer may attempt to spring him from prison.
I doubt it. He needs Triss.
Really? Why?
I've set the elves against him so he can't move through the forests. I have to find Triss first.
Follow me then.
That's funny how he's susceptible to urgent. Yeah.
That was a damn good fight.
Search the place. What's that? Robust long sword, grape shot, dancing star. Yeah, Roche is bigger bro than yours, I agree. Valuable figurine, orange, superb well-balanced silver dagger. Although he called us a prick, so... Only because Geralt don't need all that hustle. Why should I follow you, man? You're so slow. Funny thing is about Irden is that I like its tactics, as all the enemies are more or less
We've got Yorveth. That changes everything.
that changes almost nothing, man. Yorveth was only a pawn.
Take care of yourself.
The fuck?
What's going on, Geralt?
Oops. Hey, where's my main sword? Where the fuck is my sword? God damn it. I can craft it again, but where the fuck is it? This is a failure. Yeah, that's my sword. Well, Roche is also three-headed in this Witcher's episode because he doesn't see anyone else's goals, calling you a prick only because you want Triss more than these Northern Kingdom's revenge. Yeah, maybe. I gave him the sword the first time because I thought that he might save my life or something like that, but he just started the fight against Roach's people, so actually that's why I loaded. Come on, Roach, let's go. Stop glitching.
We've got Yorveth. That changes everything.
Why should I follow him? He's so slow. It's almost like an escort mission. Come on, Roche. Right, let's do this like that. Come on, Roach. Roach? Right, now he's moving.
That was a damn good fight.
Geralt now plays Gordon Freeman.
A truly triumphant entry.
Long live Witcher Geralt! Long live Vernon Roach! Here's to you, noble lords! Long live Temeria!
It seems we've given the Commandant occasion to throw a feast.
Open barrels of the best wine! I want to see whole hogs on spits! I hereby declare a holiday! Celebrate, my lords. Today's my treat. No innkeeper or wench will take a penny from you.
Here's to our heroes.
Have a drink, Witcher.
Another time.
Well, that's uncalled for, but hard luck.
See you, Vernon.
Right. And don't worry about our prisoner. We'll take good care of him.
Down with Yorva. Damn him to Elden.
Then Geralt whipped out a silver chain and throttled the beast. Her eyes popped and she spasmed terribly as she drew her last breath. That's not even the best story about it. I could tell you many a tale, but I'm a tad parched. And here he is. Honorable ladies, noble lords, allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia. I was so worried about you.
Dandelion, we need to talk.
Geralt, you're Flotsam's hero. Have a drink. Laredo's buying.
Later, Dandelion. I'm busy right now.
Won't wet your whistle with me, old friend?
I need to find Triss.
Triss? Oh, yeah, Triss. Totally forgot. She went to meet Sheila at her rented quarters to see this thingamy megascope or something. Anyway, here's to the beautiful ladies.
The ladies will have to wait. I need you. Come on.
I was lucky enough to get the key to Sheila's nest. Incidentally, for a big woman, the innkeeper's wife is surprisingly nimble. Come on. I just hope Triss is all right.
Blood. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Not good.
Don't just stand there. We need to look for clues.
Well, at least he's dead.
A lot of blood. Too much. What a mess. Somebody had a good time in here. Trashed everything.
I don't get it. Someone else had to be here.
Dandelion, look.
What is it?
A peephole. Someone might have been spying.
The brothel's behind that wall. Maybe the madam saw what happened.
Let's go. Sheila's bodyguard. His neck's broken. No wounds. So that's not his blood.
Shit. I thought that some Kingslayer was destroyed. Shit.
Did you see that?
Well, she had to see everything.
Welcome, Dandelion. You're in luck. Freebies today. But you still have to pay for a tag team.
Durai, this is Witcher Geralt. We just want to talk.
Tell us who used this room most recently.
Margot and me.
Margot?
The madam.
What is it you want?
Triss Marigold. Red-headed sorceress. She was in the next room. Do you know what happened to her?
We weren't spying. I know nothing.
There's no need to be scared. Just tell us what you saw. I know you looked through the peephole.
Margot was nervous about the holiday. She told the girls to give freebies today. Then she took me to my room and we made love. Just as I was, well, we heard voices and Margot started spying. It was the sorceress and Cedric.
Are you sure?
Yes. We started fighting for the peephole, but finally Margot let me take a peek. Triss said she was going to see who the Ice Queen had spoken to recently. She approached the mirror and whispered something. There was a flash, and a terrible-looking man popped out of the mirror.
What did he look like?
Like a worm. A hungry old worm.
Huh. I wonder...
Triss was aghast, and the worm said, "Why so pale, Marigold? Have you seen a ghost?" Then he smiled maliciously, and...
Why so pale, Marigold? Seen a ghost? What is it now?
Greetings, Death Mold. I wondered who Sheila had been talking to recently.
Spying on each other, eh? That's new. What's your business?
I'm pursuing the Kingslayer. Maybe you've heard something.
That gives me the chills. Whoever he is, he's done for.
You'll change your mind when the Kingslayer nails your ruler.
Marigold, think as befits a mage, because right now you bring shame to all sorcerers. Foltest is dead. It's your fault, and as rumor has it, your Witcher lovers too.
You don't believe that.
What I believe matters little. The rumors do. You and your Witcher are finished in Temeria. Unless you catch the culprit.
What did Sheila want from you?
Why would I tell you?
Because you hate her and only dislike me? You wouldn't miss the tiniest chance to make her life miserable.
You're right. Sheila wants to unsaddle me, to take my place at Henselt's side.
Henselt hates sorceresses.
Henselt lost his son and is having problems siring an heir. He is no longer a young man. She promised him offspring, said she'd guarantee a child if he finds a young, strong woman. You just need to...
I know where children come from.
Prove she's lying, and I'll be most appreciative.
I can't, which means you've got a problem.
Slow down. I still play first fiddle, you know.
What's Henselt up to?
Are you out of your mind, Marigold? Be glad I'm even talking to you.
I need to know what's going on. Help me, Deathmold, and I'll return the favor.
You know nothing useful to me, and I don't want your graces. You don't tickle my fancy.
We'll meet one day when you won't have a king to hide behind.
I wait eagerly, Marigold, and I can assure you I won't be hiding.
You've heard that Philippa has left Redania?
Yes. Do you know where she is?
I do. But first you'll answer my question.
Fine. A single question in exchange for information on Philippa.
We have 3 now. Well, 1, 2, 3. I'll get some tea. Yeah, she was trying to get some info about Henselt, so I choose 2 by myself. Though I wanted also to choose 1, but...
What are Henselt's political plans?
You're insolent, Marigold, but I gave you my word. Henselt wants to wrestle the Pontar Valley from Edirn, and to force that weed Stennis to swear fealty.
Prince Stennis Demiven's heir.
The same. Edirn, bereft of the Pontar Valley, will become a principality dependent on Kedwen. Your turn.
Philippa's in Vergen, a small town near the Kedweni-Edirnian border.
I know its location very well. The remnants of Edirn's army have assembled there, led by a lass said to have killed a dragon.
Who's the girl?
She commands a rabble of peasants, poor noblemen, and non-humans. Even Prince Stennis Demiven's son can't disregard her. But that's of no consequence. Henselt will trample those vermin and chase them off with whips. What's Philippa doing there?
Telling you won't pay off, Deathmold. You know too little. Farewell.
That's all. I didn't hear or see anything else.
Yeah.
Dandelion, this is confusing. What do you make of it?
Later, Witcher. We need to find Triss.
Have you ever spied on Sheila?
I tried, but she always cast a spell and I couldn't hear or see a thing.
Every time?
She forgot once. But she just sat before those mirrors and whispered, "Where are you? Where?" That's all.
Dandelion, who's Philippa? Do you know her?
Philippa Eilhart, a sorceress counselor to King Radovid of Redania. She's a grand mistress of the world's most fetid cuisine, politics. She's amoral in a crystalline way, so devoid of conscience that she's a phenomenon. Rumor is she's out of favor at the Redanian court, which, if true, she probably arranged herself in order to leave the capital.
What happened to Triss and Cedric?
I've no idea. Margot pushed me away to get a peek herself, but I heard a smash, shouting, and a fight. Margot covered the people with a picture she was pale and told me to keep my mouth shut. We sat for a while and left only when all was quiet. Margot went to her room and I haven't seen her since. But I noticed Cedric staggering away down the alley that leads towards the forest.
Dandelion, wait here. I'm going to find Cedric.
What about Margot?
Right. We should look for her first. Cedric's blood. I just need to follow it.
What Cedric was doing there anyway?
Ever heard of doing it Witcher and Striga style?
No.
Oh,
Tell
God.
me.
He downs the flask, tries to get it on, falls fast asleep, and she...
Damn, we're too late.
Why did she?
Doubt we'll ever know. I'm getting Cedric.
I know why she did this, because she worked with Scoia'tael. Margot's farewell letter. I see there is no hope for me now. I will soon hear the tramp of booted feet upon the stairs, then fists and armored gauntlets will bang on my door. I admit that I was your informer, but I will not divulge the name of my courier. Bernard Laredo is a loathsome hog, and I had hoped someone would slaughter him like the pig he is. I admit I wished death upon all the odious specimens that visited the brothel to satiate their lusts, who then turned home to beat their wives and guzzle beer. I hate this place and I am happy to leave it, though in a way different to what I imagined. You who read this letter know that I don't care about Scoia'tael's ideals. I just want your death. Margot.
Remind me, which one was this full test?
I can't stand to see those
At Oyster Nan stood by her town to show her fish.
Get out of my sight. Get out of my sight.
Hey,
Get out of my sight.
I'm the reason there's so much fun here. Geralt looked for any sign of Triss in Sheila's room and soon realized the room was being spied on from the neighboring brothel through a peephole in the wall. He rushed to the pleasure den and met Dere, a prostitute who, just like Madame Margot, was into voyeurism. With a little encouragement, the lady told him everything she managed to espy, but whenever the most important matters were discussed in Sheila's room, Margot was the one at the peephole. Dere did not know what had happened to the Madame, or as about the fate of the honorable matron. I ran to the lowest level as fast as I could, not caring whether the Witcher followed me. After a quick search, I learned of Margot's fate. The Madame of Flotsam, a woman respected and even adored by much of her clientele, had taken her own life. She could not bear the thought her collaboration with Iorveth was come to light. She chose death instead. There was only one other person within our reach that knew what had happened to Triss Merigold, an elf called Cedric. I was actually, while reading this, everything is clear. We have to find Cedric to find answers. I'm reading the quests we fulfilled actually, for instance that and that. Well, okay, let's find Triss first and then read it. Attention, monsters! Oops.
Well, Cedric, where are you?
Is that him?
Be vigilant.
Well, it was... At least I lost the side of it. Let's go further and use it again. Going that way.
You'll pay for our blood, Witcher! Get him! Lead that hog!
Come on.
In the whore! Lead that hog!
No, I guessed correctly. He went that way. Yeah, there was a clue, and drinking cat potion could help. Alright, let's drink it. I actually hope to do this without it, but what the fuck. We can make whatever we can, so yeah, much easier.
He slowed down, getting weaker. He
Yet he's fairly far.
Kedmill, Gwynblade. I no longer feel the pain. Always wanted to die among trees.
Cedric, what happened?
Triss asked me for help. I killed the Dwarven guarding the door, and we broke in. Again, I killed a Dwarven.
I know. Where's Triss?
A Witcher came in. Attacked us. I tried to protect Triss. He was fast. Too fast for me. He hit Triss before she could cast a spell. He knew how to fight a sorceress. Then he ordered her to activate the Megascope. He needed to get to Edirn, near the dwarven town of Bergen. Triss said it was madness, that she didn't have the coordinates. He gave her a strange look, threatening. Better give it your best. You're going first, with me right behind you. Then I passed out. When I woke, they were gone. I knew I was dying. The forest called me.
Why, Cedric? Why did you get involved?
Why did you? Sometimes we must. Have I told you about my visions? That's why I drink. It helps. I'm safe in a mist of vodka. See nothing, feel nothing.
Cedric, calm down.
But now I see clearly. You need to regain your memory. Only then will you understand who's killing Crowned Dwarven and why.
How can I get it back?
In Edirn. In a place tainted with dark magic. Where ghosts of the fallen will fight a great battle. Save their souls, and your memory will return. What's happening with the forest? I feel a presence.
They come to bid you farewell.
My forest. Raphael, Gwynblade. Farewell. Geralt, where have you been?
The Kingslayer, damn it. I almost had him.
You fled?
Teleported to Edirn.
What? How?
He forced Triss to cast the spell.
Shit.
Roach sent me to find you. We're setting off. He's learned something new.
The Scoia'tael are also up to something big.
What's Roach planning?
He went off on Laredo, so it must concern the Commandant. It's something important.
What do you know about the Scoia'tael, Zoltan?
They want to free Yorveth and the other prisoners. Your help will be crucial.
When did you join the Scoia'tael, Zoltan?
It's not like that. They're taking the prisoners to Drakenberg, a special prison for non-humans, bloody monument to human hatred. The Scoia'tael don't trust you, nor me for that matter. But you can change that.
I'll talk to them. Maybe Roach or the Scoia'tael can finally be useful.
Talk to Werner Roche in his quarters. Have I mentioned Geralt is not good at taking decisions? He's all about lunging forward without thought, not minding the dangers, not caring for the consequences. In truth, he's unequaled at that. He's thoughtful enough, however, to consult his friends in the most important cases, After the Kingslayer's escape, we had a serious talk, and though the final decision was his, I think he managed to explain a few things to him. And Triss, Geralt had to ask either Vernon Roach or Iorveth for help. Cooperating with one excludes good relations with the other. Geralt went to make his choice, but did he choose Roach? Triss was in danger. The Kingslayer wanted to grab her and force her to open the portal to Aedirn. Geralt rushed full pelt to Flotsam. Every second was precious. A single heartbeat could decide the sorcerer's life or death. Loredo consecrated the victory over the Squire-Tells by announcing a great celebration. There were barrels of beer and free sausage, but more would the people of a shithole town need to love their new heroes. Geralt was in no mood to celebrate, however. He ran for the inn where I awaited. Only I knew what was happening with Triss. Somewhat surprised by Geralt's hassle and preoccupied with the events occurring at the trading post, I answered the Witcher's stern question with surprise, telling him that Triss had gone to see Sheila. Then I looked at the Witcher's face and understood that this was no joke. I joined him for a moral support. In Shield's room, it looked like the devil had danced there. My trained eye immediately recognized that a fight happened. Feverish, we searched for any clues to tell us what had happened with Triss. The good book says, "He who seeks shall find." In the wall separating the sorcerer's room from the neighboring den of pleasure, we found a hole with at least one purpose. Someone could peek through it and see what was happening in Sheila's room. Never had the Witcher run so fast to a brothel. Today I know what happened in that room, but back then it was a riddle, and a difficult one at that. At the brothel, we learned that Triss had entered the room with the elf Cedric and spoken with someone through a magic device called the Megascope. There had indeed been a fight, and Cedric, our sole witness, had fled through the trading post gates, wounded. Ordinary folk would have had to wait until morning to begin their search, but no, night is too dark for a Witcher's with a dose of cat potion. Unwilling to waste even a moment, Geralt went off to search for Cedric, following a trail of blood. Unfortunately, it was too late for the elf. Before he died, he managed to explain that he tried to fight the Kingslayer in the Shield's room. Lethal had forced Triss to open a portal through which the tormentor and his victim departed for the town of Vergen and Aedirn. I had a feeling Triss was dead, but the Witcher had to find her, of course, or at least her body. Following the conversation with Iorveth, the Witcher had a serious conversation with detailed knowledge read. Okay. The forest monster, okay, the Arcas was slain, but a more dangerous foe emerged from the forest. It turned out that Iorveth had been watching as the Witcher battled the beast. Intrigued by our hero's bravado, he even deemed not to have the intruders shot, as was his custom. This way, Geralt had a chance to discuss Lethal's betrayal with the elf and was every bit as diplomatic as the situation allowed. I know that the situation did not allow much leeway for the lives of Zoltan and Geralt hung by a thread throughout. Fortunately, the Witcher's information proved compelling enough that Iorveth not only heard them out, but also agreed to work with them. Zoltan returned to Flotsam and Geralt struck a deal with Iorveth. They decided to set a trap. The Witcher bound the Squire-Tells leader and led him straight to Lethal. He hoped that the gift would earn the Hulk's trust, and that he would divulge information about his employers. Finally, the Witcher's desire was fulfilled. Geralt and the Kingslayer stood face to face and their swords clashed. Our hero had hoped to punish Foltest's killer, but he met his match. Geralt wanted to get the Kingslayer at all costs, so he chose to betray Iorveth, handing him over to Roach. And so was he able to face Foltest's killer, but the encounter ended badly. He was defeated and humiliated, but his resolve remained intact. The Kingslayer had headed for town to help capture Triss, but Geralt was hot on his trail, determined to save the sorceress. Though Demavend was already dead, Lethal still had business in Aedirn. He had to get there fast, so he kidnapped Triss Merigold and forced her to open a magical portal to the town of Vergen on the Aedirnian border. Geralt was too late and could not prevent the sorcerer's abduction, but he began pursuit as soon as he was done with Flotsam. However, Triss Merigold was kidnapped before she could prepare an infusion from the wondrous flower. Geralt did not regain his memory and had to make do with the random visions that occurred during his pursuit of the assassins of kings. Geralt was on a crossroads. He had to save Triss Merigold, yet he was incapable of handling this problem alone. The Witcher needed backup, a fact he knew all too well. After our discussion, it turned out he can ask either Vernon Roach or Iorveth. Cooperation with the Squirrels excluded good relations with the Temerians, and on top of that, Iorveth had to be freed from a floating prison first. Geralt went to make his choice, but did he choose the Scoia'tael? Oh wait. Margot had been a spy for Iorveth. Fearing this would come to light after the Elven commander was captured, she took her life. Heroism sometimes exacts the highest price. When Triss' life was in danger, the elf did not hesitate to defend her and was wounded mortally, as it turned out. Thus Cedric died, though his sacrifice was not in vain. The elven girl at the brothel in Flotsam was a favorite of many clients, and the Margot herself. As it turned out, female inquisitiveness has its merits. In telling her story, Daria provided us with some valuable information. Searching Sheila's quarters and talking to her neighbor brought more questions than answers. Triss was kidnapped by Letho. Geralt and I feared what he might do to her. Believe me, it was eating me alive, making rest impossible. Searching Sheila's quarters and talking to her neighbors brought more questions than answers. It appeared that Triss had known the man she had talked to, but the fragments of the conversation recounted to us remained mysterious. It is hard to please men such as Roach, however capturing Iorveth had the Blue Stripes commander practically beaming with joy. In the ruins of the Elven Bath, Letho had indeed been working with squirrels, doing their wet work for them. Geralt would soon learn the answers to many more questions. In the ruins of the Elven Bath, Geralt and the mysterious assassin stood eye to eye a second time. Geralt was surprised by what he learned. Letho of Gullett had been a witcher. What is more, there were other Kingslayers, and they and Letho had worked together to assassinate the northern monarchs. The witcher and the assassin were also no strangers. In fact, Geralt had once saved Letho's life. The discussion ended abruptly as arrows whistled throughout the air and swords clashed. Letho demonstrated his strength and skills by beating Geralt black and blue. Before leaving, he announced that he was on his way to Aedirn. The Kingslayer proved true to his word and kidnapped Triss, wounding Cedric mortally in the process. He forced the sorceress to aid him by teleporting them both to Aedirn. The elf was certainly a dangerous individual. He was not, however, a bloodthirsty monster. Ever cautious and aware of the game he was playing, he jumped at the chance of testing Letho's loyalty, becoming Geralt's ally, at least temporarily. You can safely assume that Iorveth long remembered both the wall Geralt gave him and the Witcher's sudden turn, though the elf's pride probably hurt a lot more than his head. The charges that Zoltan had contacts with the squirrels were not entirely baseless. Though he did not actively participate in military action, the dwarf knew the unit's leader, Iorveth, among others. It was not surprising, really, that having encountered the aforementioned human spite and ungratefulness at every step, Zoltan sympathized with the dwarven and elven freedom fighters. He was balanced in his views, however, and valued loyalty to old friends above all else. It appears Sheila had very specific plans concerning the King Henselt of Caedwen and his attempts to father an heir. From what we've been able to tell, the meddling of Sheila and other sorcerers in the world of politics was further reaching than anyone had imagined. Sometimes a person's name sinks into memory and brings fear to one's heart at its first mention. Who was the mysterious seraph? What goals drove him, and what role would he play? Geralt had yet to learn all of this. Oaks. When he first heard Oak's name, the Witcher had no idea who this was. Did not have the slightest inkling of the role individual would play in our story. Henselt. The Witcher once said that in his life he had met thieves who resembled city councillors who were like begging louts, heralds who behaved like princesses who smelled like pregnant cows, and kings who looked like thieves. King Henselt did not look exactly like a thief, but with all due respect, he was not far off. He owed this resemblance only partly to his bearded countenance, beardly eyes, and wandering yet penetrating gaze. His annexation of Lormark, called the Upper Aedirn by its natives, at a time when Aedirn was fighting off the Nilfgaardian horde as its southern border, was also considered a theft. The now dead king, Demavend, judged this deed severely and communicated these in curt yet reasoned words. Yet that was not the sole reason for King Henselt's reputation as an unpleasant person, much bolstered by the monarch's ambitions and quarrels with his neighbors, and by his ruthless policies towards non-humans whom he persecuted with a passion, squandering his realm's strength and funds. The aged Henselt did not have a living heir, and the rumor was that he had found producing another son somewhat troublesome. Apart from a few chance encounters at official banquets, Geralt had the occasion to meet and speak more extensively with the sorcerer on Tennant Island during the bloody coup, when all men of mages jumped at each other's throats and their council and conclave ceased to exist. Deathmold and his brother Drithelm, both in the service of King Esterad of Cover at the time, attempted to remain neutral as events unfolded. To no avail, however, as those who had allied themselves with Nilfgaard, though thought nothing of the impartiality of others, and many mages simply perished, brought down in fanciful ways by their colleagues' spells or pierced by the arrows of the squirtels summoned to the island by the plotters. Drithelm met just such a fate, while Deathmold saved himself by fleeing. Deathmold then filled the opening for a sorcerer advisor at the court of King Henselt of Caedwen, and proceeded to place all of his abilities at the monarch's disposal. Philippa Eilhart. This was hardly the first time Geralt and I encountered Philippa Eilhart, jewel of the court and at Chatagor, and once the trusted sorceress of King Vizimir II. Philippa was one of the most talented mages of those times. Only a handful ever mastered the art of polymorphy. Her intellect and the influence she held at the Redanian court were not to be underestimated. Proud, independent, and extremely beautiful, as graceful in a fanciful yet elegant dress as in a man's traveling outfit, she was beyond any doubt one of the most attractive women I have ever known. Yet I would not count Philippa among the most pleasant of females, despite her indisputable thought-chilly charm. Her gaze alone was enough to make the most confident man shudder, and the mere thought of spending a night with her would make their flesh creep. Hey, we need steel to craft ourselves a hunter's armor. Still, you're right, there is only one good elf in this story we met so far, and this was our friend Cedric. From all elves, he helped us the most. So it's really sad that he went to the other world. Steady on.
Don't know that I've the strength to work today.
A day like any
I think
other.
the stew's ready. Could I?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any idea what Roach might want?
He mentioned something about Laredo. Said it's very important you speak. You should see him.
Who wants more beer?
I don't want any trouble. Get it.
As I stand and stood by it. Welcome.
That was strange. Okay, we need cloth. 13 units. Now we need 16 units of leather. And oh, we already got that wine.
At Oysternan stood by her town.
Welcome.
Hey. Where is this guy? Shit. They got rid of all the non-humans here.
What? Welcome to my modest shop.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Going somewhere, friend?
Yeah. Damn it, Cedric is dead.
Today I'll tell you how Lobendon came to be. A long time
I hope that this guy can craft us something. We need an armor. Yes, Handler. Fuck. You can't craft it. Shit, there are no crafters here anymore. Alright, no problem.
The gods have no love for your kind.
Shit, they took... Ah, cool.
Mind if I have a look at your books?
Just you
Take your
here.
time. No hurry.
Valuable figurine, a trinket. But I won't sell it. Hey, do you
Mind if
have
I
any...
have a look at your books?
Take your time. No hurry.
No new books. Well, at least thanks, man.
The gods have no love for your kind.
Thank you, Mr. Odga. Einar. Sir. Shit, we need a crafter to craft our armor. Go find them.
I'll be damned.
Let's go to Roche then.
Vernon's waiting inside. Morning. Damn it.
Hello.
Morning.
Hello, Geralt. Morning. Morning. Damn it.
First, we need to search the place. Hatchet, well-balanced dagger. Map of the Pontor Valley. Not bad. Key required. What the fuck?
Morning. Morning. Damn it. Morning. Morning. Damn it.
Trouble.
Short sword, rusty dagger. Paling. Rusty well-balanced dagger. Orange. Nothing in the library.
How did you end up in the Blue Stripes?
Why do you ask?
I have trust issues. I'd like to know who's covering my ass.
No need to worry, Witcher. I'm good at what I do.
Do I see a sensitive little girl hiding behind a mask of indifference?
I wouldn't be here if you were right. I was raised in a small village where people cared about two things only. If the drought was going to destroy their crops, and if the Scoia'tael would appear in the local woods. One day, a large Scoia'tael unit appeared. They burned the village to the ground and slaughtered all the inhabitants. I alone survived because their commander, the bastard, fancied me. They dragged me around with them for months. I knew they'd kill me once they tired of me. And then Vernon turned up.
Did he draft you into service?
He taught me everything I know. In time, I realized my place was with the Blue Stripes. I'm a soldier because I do it well.
Ever dreamed of a different life?
Finch, our marksman, once tried farming, but he just didn't have the hands for it.
Bet he'd get me right between the eyes from 80 paces off.
100. I've tried cooking, darning, smiling like a doll, serving beer in a tavern. None of my thing.
Nice area, isn't it?
I prefer these little towns, forgotten by gods and people alike, to palaces and castles. It's survival of the fittest here. At least you know what to expect. So yes, I like it here.
Is your hatred towards the Scoia'tael some sort of revenge?
You don't know me, Geralt. Human or non-human, it makes no difference to me. We were chosen to fight the Scoia'tael, and that's the mission we pursue. To me, the Scoia'tael are but bandits hiding out in the woods. If there were humans among them, I'd kill them in a flash just the same.
The man we're looking for is much more dangerous than any Scoia'tael.
Must be, if he managed to outwit Geralt of Rivia.
It wasn't the first time someone tried to kill Foltest. I killed an assassin before. That means there could be more assassins out there.
If anyone screws up, it won't be me, I assure you.
How did it go? Did you get him?
The Kingslayer fled to Vergen in Edirn. He forced Triss to teleport them both.
Damn, he's made a mockery of us. If that's how he wants to play, I'll make him regret it.
I heard you have news for me.
Loredo has a deal with Kedwin. That merchant living in his house is Henselt's agent. For a pouch of gold, the good commandant promised to support Kedwini troops in the event of a conflict.
So what now?
I want that spy, to squeeze him for information. And I've sentenced Commandant Loredo to death.
Roach, we have to sail. We need to get to Edirn.
I'm not leaving until I deal with Loredo. The spy may know something about the Kingslayers. I wouldn't be surprised if Henselt of Kedwin was behind all this.
All right, let's deal with this spy.
Listen very carefully. I'm not repeating this.
What?
We have
What did
two
you
targets.
just said?
The first is a Kedweni spy, Arnold Malaga. I want him alive. The other is Bernard Laredo, the trading post commander and a traitor to Temeria. We don't let his kind live. Arnold almost never leaves the residence, so we need to strike there. To get inside, we'll use Vess's unusual talents and Bernard's habits.
Stop calling him by his first name. It really rubs me the wrong way.
Whatever you wish. Laredo's house. The first floor contains guest quarters. Geralt had the opportunity to take a look. Regular patrols. Second floor. Laredo's bodyguards' quarters. They think they're the toughest warriors this side of the Yaruga, but really they're lame drowners dressed in colorful garrisons. Third floor, the Lion's Den. Here Laredo stores plundered valuables. It's where he sleeps, shits, and wanks off while staring at the statuette of a she-elf. Only the following are allowed to enter. Arnold Malaga, Laredo's mother, his cousin, and whores.
I'm not sure I still have that frog.
After making his round of the trading post, Laredo always orders 2 ladies. Vess will act as one of them. The house is a bloody fortress, but Laredo had it enlarged. The Witcher will enter through the extension. Vess will open a window for you. Once in, you'll have to improvise, Geralt, but you'll have the element of surprise. Vess can hold her own, too. Zenon and Rickard will cover you from vantage points. If things get hot, lure those horsens near the windows. I'll be in the courtyard with the rest, ready to enter in the extreme. I repeat, in the extreme. That's all. Any questions? No? Let's get to work.
Okay, that's where the fun begins. Death to the traitor! Wait in the alley at the back of Laredo's mansion. Who would have thought things would turn out so badly? Triss was kidnapped, Geralt had made new enemies, and his allies drove a hard bargain. The Witcher wanted to find his lover and get Foltest's killer above all else, so he had to bend his rules for the sake of his priorities. Our hero agreed to kill Laredo, and the decision was, surprisingly, very easy. According to the plan, Geralt was to meet Roach's men after dark, in an alley behind the commander's mansion. Yes, he did. Geralt agreed to help Roach in relieving Fossum of its troubles. The problem had a name, Laredo. After dealing with the commander, both wanted to start searching for Triss. No, he didn't. Our hero decided to cooperate with Roach. Rest assured, however, that the Witcher will cross paths with the warlike Squirtle again.
Get a move on, Geralt. My people will await you where we agree.
Peasant homes always make a good bonfire.
What's to do?
Vernon's waiting inside.
Any crafters around here? No? Shit.
A day like any other.
Get your men! Dead to the squirrels!
You're too early.
Shit.
You're too early. Turn after...
Nice day.
There are no non-humans here.
You should pray more.
Alright. We have one talent. I mean, one new talent. Oh wow, another 30%. This will discover while dodging in battle plus 20%. God damn. Well, that's very useful. That too. All right. Right, it's noon. So we have to wait like 12 hours. No, thank you. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you liked it. And I hope I didn't screw this game yet. So if you like this channel, well, my stream, I hope you'll follow it. And until next time. And until next time, see you next time when I start my stream. I hope it will be soon. Attention, it is hereby announced that the bandit Yorworth has been captured thanks to Commander Lorido's bravery and cunning. The headed bandit now awaits his just sentence. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time. Bye!